Hi everybody, welcome to your everyday math lesson for lesson 611. So today we're going to start with dividing decimals. I know division sometimes can be a little bit intimidating, and I know a lot of people sometimes are like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to talk today about how to divide decimals. We're going to go through a couple processes. Before we start though, I want you to look at the page. I noticed that there are these little grid marks. So this is a good tool to use when you're dividing or multiplying because it will help you keep your numbers organized. It will keep everything lined up and it will keep everything in a nice, neat row. So when you're trying to subtract or add, you can and it won't be an issue. All right, so let's start with number 1. It says write a number model. Okay, make an estimate. Write a number sentence to record your estimate. Okay. Divide as if the dividend were a whole number. If there is a remainder, write it as a fraction and use it to round the quotient to the nearest whole number. Use your estimate to place the decimal point. Record your answer. So these are a few steps that we're going to take. Before we do anything else, let's talk about the pieces of a division problem. So if I'm dividing a number, let's say it's 7 divided by 3 equals 2. Let's see, that's 1/3 left over, 2 1/3. Absolutely. Here's my division problem. You have names for each of these things. This, the number you are dividing, is called a dividend. Okay. This number right here, what you're dividing by, is your divisor. And finally, I know we've talked about this before, but your answer to a division problem is called a quotient. Q-U-O-T-I-E-N-T, quotient. So the reason why you need to know these numbers is because sometimes you're going to see it in the directions. So it's very clear. It says to write it as if the dividend were a whole number. Well, if you don't know what a dividend is, that's a problem, right? The other thing I want to show you. So this is one way to write a division problem. Another way to write it would be to using the division bracket. The same exact problem. You're going to have 7 divided by 3. Notice your dividend kind of sounds like in, and it's inside the box. Divisor is here. And then my quotient would be up top. So those are the words you're going to use. We're going to use this to kind of help us today. All right, let's look at number 1. 3 sisters set up a lemonade stand. On Wednesday, they made $8.46. If they share money equally, how much will each sister get? Okay, so first I'm going to write my number model. What am I dividing? Am I dividing the sisters or am I dividing the money? I'm going to divide the money. Pay attention to how many sisters there are. What is your number model? Remember, a number model has a variable for the remainder. What is your number model? All right, your number model, I have $8.46, and I am dividing that by 3. They get dollars left. We'll put dollars. You would put M for money. So 8.46 divided by 3. Done. Do we write a number model? Yes. Make an estimate. What is 8.46 close to? I'm going to say it's close to 9. 9 divided by 3, that's easy, is 3. So my answer is going to be about 3, really close to 3. So when it says make an estimate, we wrote our number sentence to show it. Done. Boop. Now it says divide as if the dividend were a whole number. If there's a remainder, write it as a fraction. So I'm going to go step by step. Divide as if the dividend were a whole number. So we're going to do 846 divided by 3. That's how I set up my problem down here. And it says to divide, so let's go through it. 3 goes into 8. 2 times 3 is 6, with 2 left over. Bring down that 4. 3 goes into 24. 8 times 3 is 24. 0. Bring down my 6. 3 goes into 6. How many times? 2. 2 times 3 is 6. My remainder is 0. So my answer does not have a remainder, so we don't have to worry about that. We don't need to round it up because we have it. Great. It says use your estimate, so we're done with that one. Use your estimate to place the decimal point. All right, so my answer needs to be about 3. And right now I have 282. Where would I put my decimal to make my answer about 3? Well, right here. $2.82 is about $3. Okay, so this is the way that they're having us do it with an estimate. So I do want to keep something in mind for you. When you're dividing decimals, there is a little bit of a trick method. All right, so the first thing that I want to remind you of is where was my decimal in my original number? And where is it in my answer? This will come into play later on. All right, here we go. Number 2. Janine is buying a bookshelf. She has a board that is 6.77 meters long. She wants to cut it into 5 equal length pieces. How long will each piece be? What is your number model? All right, here we go. We're dividing the board. So if it's 6.77, oops, and I even wrote these in the wrong spot, guys. You didn't tell me. Imagine those are flipped. I'm a goober. All right, my number model, 6.77. And we're going to divide by 5 equals B. 6.77 divided by 5 equals B. Now, what is my number model? Or I'm sorry, what is my estimate? Use these numbers to help you. What is my estimate? For your estimate, you should have used whole numbers or numbers that divide easily. So if it were me, what I would do is I would maybe say 10 divided by 5 equals 2. That would be a good estimate. You could have said like 7 divided by 5, but it wouldn't be a whole number. You could have said, let's see, you could have said 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Any of those estimates would have been fine, as long as your answer is close to about 2. Now it says divide as if the dividend were a whole number. All right, here we go. 677 divided by 5. I want you right now in your math workbook to go through the division process. See if you can find the answer. When you are done, type it in the box and hit continue. What is 677 divided by 5? I hope that you stopped and did the math. Here we go. 5 goes into 6 one time. With 1 left over, bring down that 7. 5 goes into 17 3 times. With 2 left over. 5 goes into 27 5 times. With 2 left over. So my answer would be 135 and 2/5. 2/5. Now, I'm going to round it because that's what it told me to do. 2/5 is less than half. So I'm going to say my answer is about 135. Now I need to figure out where to put my decimal. According to my estimate, my answer is going to be about 2. So what is my answer with a decimal? Where would I put it? All right. To make it close to 2, I'm actually going to put my decimal right here between the 1 and the 3. 1 is closer to 2 than 13 is. Absolutely. All right, we're going to now go to your Everyday Math Journal, page 225. This is going to be the same kind of idea. A different process, slightly. Okay? This time we don't have to write our number model because it's already there for us. But it still says make an estimate, write a number sentence for your estimate. Same thing. Divide as if the dividend were a whole number. Same process. Use your estimate to place the decimal. Same process. Let's do this. Notice this box is a little bigger, which means that I can use I have to kind of separate my box a little bit to do all 4 problems. All right. So is the box required? That's one of the questions that you guys are going to ask me. I don't require you to use the box. However, for these problems, it would be very good if you did. Got me? Here we go. 9.44 divided by 4. So my estimate, I'm going to say, is about, let's see, that's about 10 divided by 5 equals about 2. That would be my estimate. That would be my estimate. All right. So I'm going to put my 4 here. Let's see, 944. See how I lined it up? So I made sure to take the least amount of space, right? 4 goes into 9. I want you to divide this, actually. I'm going to have you do it on your own first. What is 944 divided by 4? All right, I hope that you did the math. I hope that you paused. If you aren't watching this in a puzzle, I hope that you did pause. 4 goes into 9 2 times. With 1 left over, bring down my 4. 4 goes into 14 3 times. With 2 left over. 4 goes into 24 6 times. With 0 left over. So my answer is 236. Now, my estimate says that my answer will be close to 2. Where would I put my decimal? Write the answer with a decimal. All right, for this one, I will put my decimal right here. It is right between the 2 and the 3 because my answer should be close to 2. All right, number 4. 46.8 divided by 12. Okay, 46.8. You know what? I'm going to say that's close to 48. And the reason why I say that, or I'm going to say it's close to, 48. Because I know I can divide 48 by 12 very easily. 48 divided by 12 is 4. Means my answer is going to be about 4, a little bit less than 4. Okay, let's write my problem. And I'm using a different color so you can really see my work. 468. Here we go. 12 goes into 4 0 times. That's another good thing about having this on this grid. It lines it up for you. I know that there is not a number above that 4. 12 goes into 46 3 times. With 10 left over. 12 goes into 108 how many times? So you know what? I know that I have my multiplication chart, so I'm going to use it. Why not? I'm going to look at my 12s, find the number 108, and go across 9. So 12 goes into 108 9 times. So my answer here would be 39. And again, it has to be close to 0. Or I'm sorry, it has to be close to 4. So my decimal would be right in the middle. All right. We have 2 more problems. We are going to do one more together, and then you are going to do one more on your math boxes for an exit ticket. All right. You may use the graph if you need to, the chart if you need to. Absolutely. I would use it if it were me. All right. Here we go. Number 5. 89.9 divided by 4. What is your estimate number model? Estimate. I'm going to say 90 divided by 5. 90 divided by 5. 90 divided by 5 is 18. Here we go. Let's do our division. I'm going to put my 4 here. 8, 9, 9. Here we go. 4 goes into 8 one time. I'm sorry, 2 times. 0 left over. Bring down that 9. 4 goes into 9 2 times. 1 left over. Bring down the 9. 4 goes into 19 4 times with 3 left over. So 2/24 and 3/4. I'm going to round that up to 225. Three-fourths is closer to the next whole. So my decimal would go where? Take a second and write it on your paper. My decimal is going to go right here. It's right between that 2 and that 5. All right. Now, before you do the next problem, again, this is going to be on your exit ticket. I want to bring something to your attention. Do you see this little squiggly line here and this little squiggly line here? That is a symbol that means it's about an answer. It's close. Okay? In math, there is a way to keep going. There is a way to continue until you get an actual exact decimal, right? I know that you probably could do a lot more of this work and you could probably do an awesome, awesome job, but we're going to stop here for now because I want to see what you can do rounding wise, okay? There is another step, like I said, but what we're going to do is instead of saying it's 2/24 and 3/4 over here, so 22.5 and 3/4, you can't write it like that, okay? So since you don't know how to continue, because I didn't teach you, and you can't say 2/24 and 3/4, that's why you're going to round it. Does that make sense? So this little symbol here means it's really close to 22.5. It's really close to it. This number right here is really close to this number here. Okay? All right. That is going to be your lesson for the day in Edpuzzle. Make sure you are working hard, taking notes, and I will see you later. Have a great day, guys.